to start off by combing the right side of your hair. But people do that to show love for the prophet, to be like him. You don't have to put your right shoe on first and your left shoe second, and take them off the left first. But people do this as a means of showing their love for the prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Does everybody understand that? Okay, so that's the second level of love, which is not an obligatory. I mean, it's not obligatory for us to do everything exactly as the prophet did it. But again, we do it, as a means of showing our love for him and trying to be more like him. So that's the second level of love, guys. So that's why you find people are doing all those sunnah actions. We do all those sunnah actions to try to be like the prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is the highest level of love. This is one of the rights that the prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has over us. The number one right is that we're supposed to love him more than we do ourselves, more than we do our parents, our children, our husbands. If your husband tells you to arch your eyebrows, you tell him, hell no, I'm not doing that. Okay? Your mother tells you she wants you to shave your beard, you tell her, no way, Jose. Okay? But as we can see, most of us don't have this type of love. So what are some of the things that we can do that will bring about love for our prophet? And many people ask this because it's so hard to love a person that you've never seen. It's hard to love a person that you've never met. So what are some things that I can do as a Muslim that will cause me to have a love for our prophet? Well, the number one thing that you can do is learn his life story. That's why I tell you guys, learn his life story. Since you don't know him, how can you love him? There's so many books out there that tell you the life of the prophet. Read his life story. See how he struggled. See how kind he was. How good he was. How smart he was to the people. And also how he would become a ferocious lion whenever Allah's rights were violated. And also another thing that you can do to help bring about love for the prophet is to ponder the hadiths. When we're learning all these different hadiths about the prophet, ponder them. Look at how he answered. Look at what was going on at that time in history. And also another thing that you can do that will bring about love for the prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is to ask Allah, make dua, ask Allah to bring about love for him. Okay? Also, there are certain signs that you can look for too. There are certain signs that may be indicative that you have love for the prophet. You claim you love the prophet? Well, see if you have some of these signs. Number one, if you had concern for seeing and keeping company with him. If you want to be with him. If you just think about, wow, how I wished I could see the prophet, how I could be with him, that's a sign of having love for him. Also, if you are willing to sacrifice yourself and everything that is dear to you just for him, then that's a sign too. You sacrifice your time, your money, and everything else to teach his sunnah. That's a sign of having love for him. Also, if you follow his commands and stay away from the things he prohibited, this is also a sign of having love for the Prophet. And finally, if your goal in life is to make his sunnah victorious and to protect it, That's a sign of having a love for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I can look at some of the students here, some of my students, and I can see that the love for the Prophet has grown within them. For example, Sister Amira and Sister Lania, Sister Malik, Sister Ayan. These are examples of some of the sisters here at the website who have grown in their knowledge, understanding of Islam, and their love for the Prophet. Look at Sister Amira, Sister Lania, Sister Malik, Sister Ayan. What do those sisters all have in common? The dawah. Trying to bring the people here to the truth. Trying to get the people to get away from innovation and learn the Sunnah. Those sisters spend all their time, just like I spend my time teaching. Amira spends her time on MySpace, trying to get all the Muslim women off of MySpace to come and Sunnah of the Prophet. Come join Sunnah followers. Learn your deen. Learn from the people of knowledge. And also Sister Lania, she spends all her time on Facebook. Her and Malik on Facebook, doing everything that they can to get the women off of Facebook to come in here and learn the Sunnah. They're dealing with the fitna that comes with it too, the hate emails. That comes with the territory too. There is no nice way to be with these people, guys. When you have this type of love for the Prophet, you want to make his Sunnah victorious. You want to do everything that you can to protect and preserve the Sharia. You're going to meet opposition. The people are not going to like you. You're going to make enemies. They're going to write bad things about you. They're going to say bad things about you. And this is why I tell you, sisters, ignore them. Just like I have to do. They say bad things about me because Shaitan has his awliya. Shaitan has his allies too. And he hates to see the Sunnah victorious. Shaitan will call upon his allies and try to get them to stop you, take you back, make you leave this comfort zone of knowledge. So that's why I tell you, sisters, when those people on Facebook and MySpace send you those hate emails, just delete them. Don't even read them. I get about 3 or 4 hate mails a day. And I don't even read them anymore. Just delete the emails and delete the people. Remove them from your list. Because they are all Shaitan. They are all awliya of Shaitan. And they want to take you back. They want to keep you away from protecting the Sunnah. Shaitan would rather see people innovate than sin. Because he hates the Sunnah. So that's one of the signs, guys, that your love has grown. When you're willing to sacrifice yourself. Just like those sisters, Malik, Lania, Amira, they sacrificed themselves, their reputations, their character, and all to call the people to this website. That's a sign of having love for the Prophet. Or you're being like Ayan, like Sister Ayan. She's a young girl in her own way. And she's trying to keep the Sunnah vibrant. When they tell her that they don't want her to, what did she do? I'll make my own just so I can write the truth about the Sunnah. So she's willing to stand up amidst all the harassment, all the criticisms, all those people want to call her Wahhabi. She'll stand up against them all to protect the Sunnah of having love for Allah's Prophet. That's a sign of having love for the Prophet. When you're willing to sacrifice your money, whatever is dear for you, or like I do,